Hey guys, John here. Do me a quick favor, real quick. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to go ahead and also to rate us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify as well. That's just for other people to be able to find our show. But also too, I have Alex with me tonight. We're actually going to be doing this other short film that part of the HollyShorts Film Festival called New Moon. I'm excited to dive into this film. So let's go on ahead. Let's do this and get on with it. Hey man, how's it going with you?
It's going good. How you doing, John?
I'm doing good. It's always good to catch you in the middle of a warm up, right whenever I hit record. So that's always a good thing.
Every time, I just got to get my my sillies
Hey,
out.
I got to get your energy going. I get it, man. But speaking of energy, this movie to me, this short film is fantastic. It feels, to be honest with you, it's very charming. It's very likable, and that is the movie called New Moon. And a matter of fact, it's actually an animated short film written by Coleman Domingo and Raul Domingo. Storyteller by Coleman Domingo and director Raul Domingo and Jérémie Balais and Jeff Labars. And Coleman Domingo is also the animators and also too Jérémie Balais and Jeff Labars. And it's also part of Edith Productions. And let me just say this: when this movie actually opens up, it opens up to this Earth, Wind, and Fire type of song, which is really great for the Shining Star. But before I get into that part, let me go ahead and introduce you guys to the plot. An imaginative short-list journey of a young JJ and his mother, Edie, as their inner city dreams are illuminated by the new moon in a backyard in West Philadelphia. So, like I said, I love the opening part of the song and everything because of the fact that you wind up seeing this person sit inside the crowd and he sits down. And it's like as we are sitting down to watch this film for the very first time and being introduced into JJ's life and his mother's life for the very first time. Then you have this Earth, Wind, and Fire song called Shining Star come on. And get this, I'm actually a big fan of old 60s funk music and stuff like that, and disco era kind of thing too, because I was actually raised on that kind of music. And to actually see Coleman introduce us into this kind of way, it feels fun. You have the energy going. You're part of the crowd. And then it goes into the interruption of his mother because of the fact that he's playing his transistor radio too loud. I thought this reminded me of me and myself whenever I'm just blasting some music and pretending to be a DJ and stuff like that. It has this charm to it, this very imaginative charm of JJ, which is something I really like. You can feed off the energy of JJ and his dreams and his passions. And also, too, it goes into the details of his mother, which we'll get into in a few minutes. But overall, the introduction in itself is really good. Like I said, whenever Coleman comes out there on the stage, he sits down, and telling us a story in the lenses of his eyes, it seems like. And I wouldn't be surprised if JJ is also a little bit about himself because of how real it actually sounds. But what did you think? What did you think of the introduction?
Oh, so as soon as the music started playing, I was like, hey, I love this song. I also grew up listening to that type of music because my dad would play it all the time anywhere. And I discovered in my older age, not that I'm that old, but just as compared to when I was a kid, I was like, I really enjoy this music. I should listen. So I have like a whole playlist of it on my iPhone. Yeah, it just immediately got me in the mood. And right away, the animation style was so beautiful. I always love it when it's like a combination of 2D, 3D animations. It looks like a storybook come to life. And I also didn't realize that this was a play first. And now I need to go watch the play. It was just like I really enjoyed watching just this little piece of it so now I gotta go watch the play.
Right, and that's actually how I felt though with this, because of the fact of the whole entire setup with the animation style. The animation style was fantastic. I'm not gonna lie on that. That the animation style with the 2D and everything. Whenever I saw the thumbnail for this, whenever it was sent to me, I'm like, okay, I'm sold on the look of this, so I need to check this out. So then, of course, you also have the set pieces of the house that JJ is actually on. And then it shows the outside. It shows like a set that's not completed or anything like that. It just shows the outside of it which is actually pretty cool because on the inside, there's actually nothing on the inside of the house or anything. So I definitely like how they set that part up. And then, of course, it gives you that vibe of that Philadelphia kind of style neighborhood that the mother's wanting the best for JJ and wanting him to get out and follow his dreams, the same dreams that white people have and things like that. Because she even mentions it. She goes, I want you to follow your dreams. I want you to have your goals in life. And also, too, I want you to be able to go to the movies just like normal people do and other people do. And anything that you want, it's yours, basically. As long as you keep where you come from first, and as long as you pray for it and you wish for it, it may not come right away, but it'll come in time.
Yeah, that I loved that relationship. I always love seeing positive family parent to children relationships, and it just brought out so much love. It's just like, oh, I love my mom. I got to give her a call now after watching this. It was just like, I love my mom. And I'm assuming this is about Coleman Domingo's mother and just what she meant to him and the inspiration she was to him. And that is just so beautiful to see. Another thing I really liked, and I think you mentioned it earlier, is just how the movie is drawn to look like it's on stage, like it's an act, like we're watching a cartoon version of the play. And it was just how it's set up. I thought that was really cool, and I love the whole like capturing the moonlight blessings. Like that was really adorable, and I'm just like, if this is like a small taste of the play, I'm gonna hop all over that. I'm gonna see that.
Same here. And then, of course, Coleman coming out there on his stool, and then that little microphone that just drops down. And it feels like he's like in the ring, in a sense, in the boxing ring.
Yeah.
And he's about to tell you this badass story about his life and this closeness with his mother. And then here's the thing. This is another thing that I really liked about the story was the fact that, you can feel like this is actually a real story. You can actually, because you're so drawn in. But my favorite part is when his energy level is up. When Coleman, as an adult, is looking back at his life through the lens and looking back at himself as a young kid, but also whenever the mother goes on ahead and tells him, go get my pocketbook. Not purse, but pocketbook. And as a kid, when your parents is going to give you a little bit of money or something like that, and you get a little bit excited, you're going to go on and say, I'm going to button rush through the door. Then I love that animation style, and then the energy levels, like, oh my god, what's going to happen with the purse now? So therefore, your energy levels that much amped up because that character's levels amped up as well. I thought that was actually beautiful.
Yeah, I totally get that. I felt the same way during that scene. He's just running through, and I'm just like, go get her pocketbook, run, hurry back. Like I was kind of feeling on edge for a bit. I'm like, we're running now. I'm excited. And just seeing just how the once again, just to compliment the animation, just how beautifully drawn it was, just how lifelike his emotions, JJ's emotions were when he's running. He has the big smile on his face, and I just felt happy. I'm like, oh boy, I feel you. Go get that pocketbook, get that moonshine, or not moonshine. Oh my gosh, no alcohol for children. The shine of the moonlight. That's what I meant to say. No moonshine for children. No, we don't condone that here.
I was gonna say, what part of the movie was that in? But
you remember he had a whole bottle of moonshine.
No, I think that was a different movie. I think that was Life or something. Anyways,
I'm thinking, yeah, a totally different movie.
Yeah,
the pocketbook full of moonlight. That I love that. I thought that was really sweet, and just like one of those childhood things that your parents would do with you that just always stick with you. And this just brings me back to those kind of sweet moments of my childhood, and it's just, I loved watching this movie. It is so sweet, just so sweet, and beautifully made.
It really is. I mean, I cannot praise this movie enough. Matter of fact, I think I watched this movie at least 8-10 times already.
Oh man,
like that's how much I love this movie. I fell in love with it because of the fact, as a kid, certain things stick with you throughout life. And you do some self-reflection and also reflect back on some of those times. And this is actually probably a moment in Coleman's life where he's like, you know what? I'm going to do some self-reflecting back on this chapter of my life because this is what stood with me. But also, too, I just want to mention this real quick. Coleman, as an actor, is fantastic. Because here's the thing: my first introduction into Coleman was actually Fear the Walking Dead. He played this guy who owns a yacht, and this mysterious kind of character to him. But when he's on par, when he's in in the TV show, or if he's in Candyman, he owns that presence, and you know that he's there. He has a smoothness to him that I really like. This really jazzy kind of chill yet relaxed kind of vibe character, which is something that I like from him. And that's what that's what I like about Coleman, is the fact that he's so smooth and he knows how to tell a story, and he knows how to evolve himself into that character. That's what I like about him.
Yeah, I 100% agree with you. I think Fear the Walking Dead is when I first met him. I didn't watch a lot of that show, but I do remember him being in that. I saw him, I think I clearly remember, I seen him in Candyman, but I've also seen him in Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. And if you haven't seen it, really recommend that movie. It's also really amazing, and he was amazing in it as well. But yeah, he's a great storyteller, and I'm most definitely gonna find the play on the internet somewhere where I can watch it, because now I want to see more.
Same here. I'm invested to it. If this thing came out into Biloxi, Mississippi, and told me that, hey, look, New Moon is going to be coming out there, I'm like, yeah, I'm getting my tickets today. And Brandy and I will go out and see this movie, this play, and support it, because it deserves it.
It does. Absolutely.
But yeah, as far as this movie goes, it's fantastic. I recommend anybody to check this out whenever it does drop, after this whole entire thing at the HollyShort Film Festival, whenever it's actually released to the public. I don't know when it's going to be released to the public or anything like that, but when I do get some information out there, I'll put it in the description notes later on, because that's what I did with Alec and Shoot, Take and Run when it got released. So, with that being said, that's going to be it for our New Moon review. I hope that you guys enjoy this review just as much as we love talking about it. And also, too, don't forget to smash that like button, smash the subscribe button. Don't forget to comment below. Also, too, visit A-Town Reviews, which is Alex's YouTube channel. And he's actually my next door neighbor on the YouTube. So go on ahead, check him out over there. And that's going to be it as far as the show goes. I hope that everybody has a great and safe night. And we'll see you back on the next one.